Okay, here we are, guys. My Motherlode sign is not doing the right thing, but who cares? All right, we're back. Let's share this. We got John Chady, Reed Malone versus Peter Connole, Jeff Samuels. Let's see if I can just eliminate that sign. There we go. I could fade that sign and I'm good. All right. All right, we're good, people. We're ready. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share like a Care Bear. Peter Connole made quite the impression at the Manhattan Beach Open. Pretty much did pretty well against everybody who wasn't an Olympian. Right, his losses in the winners bracket was Miles Evans and Chase Budinger, and his contenders bracket loss, I believe, was Phil. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I can double check. But good result for Peter Connole, who seems to be a better version of himself. But they have a match on their hands because John Chady is playing terrific. And Reed Malone, who getting blocked a lot in the earlier matches, you know, when you keep swinging, you figure it out. Court one right now, I got Nina Sokolowski and Kitty Piles. They're the one seed, so we got two one seeds playing. All right, still on the shade. Sun's still coming out. Sun's not overhead, still providing a little bit of protection, too much protection on this cold morning in Aspen, Colorado. This is the Motherlode. Malone, Chady, Samuels, Connole. Here we go. Left shoulder serve, pretty good pass. Peter strikes first blood for the number one seed. My YouTube algorithm has been quite fun with me this entire weekend, and I'm going to make sure I share this at the technical timeout. Wow, nice high reach, but an even higher block by Peter Connole. I wouldn't say higher, just two elevators to the penthouse. Really appreciating this winners bracket match. John Chady plays pretty much every Colorado tournament, and now they're on the board. Chady to serve. He's going to be full-time blocker. And Reed, his partner, a lot of people don't know him, and I don't have a high volume of samples for him, but he's been balling out this tournament. Now here we are, two apiece, just like that. One out serve and one ace later, and it's tied. Jeff Samuels, of course, the reigning defending champ. Let's not forget about the elephant in the room, the, the guy who won last year. And there's a pretty good block and cover up and down set. Jeff, wow, uses the block for 3-2, and man, choose your live streams wisely. This is going to be a good one. Just high jumping, hard hitting, competitive serving, stuff blocking, winners bracket match. Connole to serve. He and Jeff will be splitting block. Okay, pass, and wow, this is a pretty good touch. He knows he's got to go. Looking to tie the game on two, and sees the runaway train going up the left, and he goes to his left, one away from the switch. replay. There was almost a little ball laundry on the court. That's the court next to us. That's these ladies playing their tails off. Excuse me. Getting a little court one sound. Okay, pass by Peter, and Peter hits the top of the head, and Jeff, wow, just like they drew it up for the switch. Block off the top of the noggin, resulting in a perfect overpass where Jeff Samuels bats cleanup. And Jeff to serve on the switch. Time to go to Chady. John, nice high swing, but man, again, just two elevators up. For all intents and purposes, I mean, one would be correct to say that the battle will be won at the net at this one. Peter Connole with the adjustment. Again, one of the most improved players of the year. I mean, you can bring your attention to Hagen Smith and a lot of people who are like better versions of themselves from 12 months ago, but you got to add Peter to that list. And that ball's dug quite easily by Jeff. Jeff reads the cut like a book, and wow, off the 4-3 switch before you can blank, 3 unanswered points off the switch. 4 altogether for the number 1 seed. Jeff Samuels out of Flint, Michigan. Played a little lacrosse. Michigan State. Chady line over again, just gargantuan at the net. Sometimes you just see 4 guys that have a really good reach. It almost looks like a woman's height net here on court 1 in Aspen, Colorado. I love the backdrop. That ball served him to the net, and I know he's kicking himself in the pants because when you give up four unanswered points, you get it back. The last thing you really want to do is serve in the net. Connole back to Chady. Chady gets blocked. Jeff Samuels just sharing the love, splitting the blocking action. Scores 9-4. Jeff's loving the fact that he can split block and not have to labor one end of the court to the other. All of a sudden, the serves get more competitive too. Just these are just things that happen involuntarily as you get a nice switch. John Chady has to jump off of both feet if he wants to get the elevation that he wants on that and the range. Pretty good pass. Peter, wow, sneaks it through the block. And once again, high jumping, hard hitting. Now Connole at the net and Jeff to serve. Peter Connole cut his teeth in Texas, San Antonio area with his BFF, Stephen Roshitz. And now the winner's bracket is shrinking as we speak. Lars Basie still in it with Ian Carlson. Thomas Hurst, Gage Basie still there. Andre Beloff. One of my favorite players, just a jump serving machine. There's a line over covered pretty easy by Jeff. Jeff Samuels transition. There's a half one over, half stab. Jeff Samuels. Wow, another good dig. Reed. Oh, that one unrecovered at the net, and the gap widens as far as the score is concerned. Oops. What just happened? Let's see if I can fix that. Got to fix my score. Let's do that. See if it comes back. 12-5. I'll keep you in. I'll keep you in with the scored. I mean, with the score. There's he actually hit that cut on the ground. His cut on the ground falls faster than mine does jumping. Karch Jibo, welcome back. John Mesko with the OnlyFans after party. I was there. I was at the after party yesterday, and John was there with his OnlyFans person. He certainly picks them wisely, doesn't he? Physically, John Mesko still in the mix, playing with this absolute cave troll from Texas, and they'll be playing Andre Beloff a little later, but I don't think that they're on. Sorry, I'm going to fix the score 13-6. I don't think that they're on court one, though. Free ball situation. Jeff Samuels, Peter Connole, patiently, calmly, collectively gets the teardrop. Yeah, Bellops, an NVL legend. In the only 2 years he played in the AVP, he was a leader in aces, total aces and aces per set by like a lot. He had like 113, and Phil at second. Phil had 68. It's just this crazy gap between first and second. Peter Connole to serve. Here's the up and down set, and Jeff doing Jeff Samuels things. Man, you've got to be kidding. Sorry, fixing my scoreboard. There's a technical timeout. I am going to use this time to share this game because this is a winner's bracket game, and got to spread the love as this tournament goes along and there's less teams left. Katie Paz and Sokolowski on the other court. Just going to do a quick share. Copy link. No, they're back. Excuse me. They're still going 15-6. It's now 15-7. For those of you that just joined us, Jeff Samuels, Peter Connole, number one seed, going against a worthy opponent in John Chady and Reed Malone. Wow, what a high block, and Connole makes a second move, and Jeff teardrops the cut. Would you look at that? Del Sol could not make it this year, and that is a bummer because Motherlode doesn't feel complete without an angry Ginger. Not so angry these days. He's very calm and If you look at the Colorado Cupcakes and you look at how they set, jump set, they basically remind me of Skylar Del Sol. All of them Skylar's on steroids, you know. Actually, Skylar Del Sol is pretty muscular now. I call him Skylar Del Swole. Wow, great jump in by the back by the full time defender Reed Malone. Yeah, someone said Skylar Del Swole like 2 years ago, and I couldn't stop laughing. John Chady's going to get a lot of activity on serve receive. John Chady, don't know if you notice his footwork. He is what we call a goofy foot. A goofy foot is someone who has opposite legs. So if you're a right-handed hitter, you usually go left, right, left. John Chady goes right, left, right. So John Chady, in the classic sense of the term, takes a left-handed approach and for a right-handed swing. So he'll make that adjustment by just jumping with both feet together instead of pivot footing. We're in the first set, and they're going to work Jeff. Jeff switches to the right side, and left side, right side. The net result is the same, par for the course. One away from the switch. I know. Dude, I usually wait for the technical timeout for like the comment section, but I can't help it. There's a guy whose last name is Roper, and I had my Threes Company references ready to go. Roper yesterday Jack Trippered into the net on the follow through. Peter Connole. They're going back to, yep, going back to John and John. Wow, who reaches first on that? Just ridiculous. Yeah, he came into the game like a Roper, but left like a Furley. Up and down set by Reed, and wow. Again, he jumps with both legs together. He gets a lot of his range back, and just a nice high cross court swing by John Chady. Jeff Samuels with the pass. Nice holding his platform, and that one goes into the tape. And after party at the Regal Beagle. Samuels back to him on the right side. Samuels, a very rangy cross court hitter on the right side and showcasing the why. Jeff Samuels, you are ridiculous. 1912. We got a really good center court match going on too, but in a contenders bracket, lower seeds playing winner go home ball. There's a little Cobra, 13-19, and that was a very high Cobra. I don't think there's anyone on a GI Joe team that could have blocked or touched that. Chady to serve. And again, nice scoop, nice hold. And Jeff with the patience. And Reed is really good at like staying home, touching every ball. But and sometimes in system, you got to give up the goods, you know. In system, if you try to take everything, you might give up everything. And that's what happened that last play. Set point opportunity number one. Clean Jesus. Peter Connole to serve. A groomed Jesus. I mean, as far as biblical descriptions are concerned, he looks more like Jesus than Jesus did. Chady on the right side and good back set, good footwork. And that's that when you have really good stationary blockers and guys who are disciplined, footwork and good press like Connole and Jeff, you want to see if they can do it mobily. And you run some back sets, you want to see if they're compromised from a mobile perspective. Set point opportunity number two. There's an ace. Man, left shoulder serve. And as Jeff would say, J hook. Match a set point opportunity number three. Read to serve. He's got a good one out of the middle. His jump floater's got some pretty good movement on it. I expect him to go back to Jeff's left shoulder. And he does. And Jeff actually literally makes two moves. Oh, man. He's got to jump into it. Little broad jump. We got 16-20. Set point opportunity number four. I'm running out of fingers to count. But nice adjustment by Jeff. He literally made two moves in midline that. And this time they go back to Jeff. Jeff a little bit of a hook, and they get to do it all over again because there's a ball on the court. Little ball laundry. Reed to serve again. He's on a little bit of a streak here, and even if they lose this set, this is really good momentum going into the second set. Jeff has to drift again, and this time a little bit of a joust transition. Going to get to 17. Oh, out of bounds, and man, the momentum might. The game's over, but the momentum continues. We go into the second set. A little foreshadowing, if you will, people, of what might happen next set. All right, let's go to the comments section. Looking forward to Three's Company references. Got that one. That's Kellen. Crazy kid with that body gets slammed by a guy who looked like a sand hippo like me. Coach Jiba said, after the party at the Regal Beagle. Got you. Coach Jiba also said, tell Jeff he needs to beat those damn cupcakes. They're beating all my boys in the open division. you know, uh, um, I mean, we really got to highlight Hurst and Thomas Hurst and Gage Basie, who won the Pottstown Rumble. I don't know how they did in Wapaka. I thought they did really well there too. They won Virginia Beach. They beat Bradford and Corey, which gave them an automatic bid for the Manhattan Beach Open. They're here as the 2 seed, and their moves were so dynamic. I literally just stopped calling the match. They were so embarrassingly good. There was nothing I could have said that could have made that look any better. Let's actually check court 2 while we're checking this out. We got a women's contenders bracket match here. This is 8-10. We'll be back with the men in a minute. But, they're actually more in the court closest to me, and they've been playing something I call get after it volleyball. So I really like what I'm seeing. It's 9-10 on this one. We're going to be back for the men in a minute and free ball situation. Yeah, I really love that style of volleyball where you're playing as if it's your last match. And quite frankly, that's a contenders bracket match. That is their last match if they lose. So we're back here in the second set. I will reset my logistics. There we go. And boom, like that. Samuels, beautiful redirect on that cut. It's one of those things where I don't think he particularly disguised it as well as he should have, but the drop on it was so nasty, it didn't really matter. In system plays, man, just very hard to dig. And then the 1 seed strike first blood. Sokolowski and Piles. The 1 seed for the women already won. They moved on. Another team not getting paid by the hour. What a stab by Jeff and the finish. Jeff Hybrid Samuels. What the kill. Once again, Jeff, 3-time Motherlode champion. First one's my favorite. Won that one with Casey Jennings. Volleyball legend and one of the consummate nice guys of the sport. 2-0 the score. Wow, cross court, Chady. John Chady. I don't know if it's Chady. I say Chady because I like it. He's the real Slim Chady. Big shout out, Derek Zimmerman. I know you're watching somewhere in New Orleans. Oops, sorry, we got a fix for that. Sorry, fix my scoreboard really quick. And there it is. And just like that, same way the first set started, get the ball back and get an ace. Left shoulder serve, back set to Jeff. Jeff gets the touch. There's a poke, and wow, got Peter. Connole Peter on that one, and now the lead is 3-2. Wow, flat serve to Jeff. Jeff, wow, beautiful read on that line. I did love that first play. I did like that back set. I like that. Jeff showcases his mobility, versatility. He's predominantly a left side hitter, but and I don't comprehend the logic of them switching sides. Peter is a natural right side for most of his tournaments. And I guess they're just kind of experimenting, seeing what works, what doesn't. They're a first time team, so why not? And Chady, the real Slim Chady, gets the line over and 4-3, leading by 1 in the set, but trailing 0-1 in the match are the underdogs. Chady and Malone. Oh, I'm actually going to read that one on the technical timeout card. G, I see it. That was hilarious. Jeff had to broad jump that, and ball that normally goes in. Sometimes, you got that Mikasa and you got the altitude that makes the ball have a mind of its own, even at the professional level with people who are technically sound. The lead is now 2 for the underdogs, and they're going back to Jeff. And I'm not curious when this right side experiment will be over, but that ball is in, and we got a touch, shaving the lead to 1. Oops. Sorry, got to fix that, boys. I have a green screen I'm doing right now that doesn't have a sleep function, or that has a sleep function on it. And I'm back. And we got 4-5. Corey Brandell in the house, sport rocking the shorts. Tell everybody where we can get a pair of those. I need a size 36. Gotcha. I could use a size 36. We got 6-4 for the underdogs. Jeff with a hard swing, but good block. Chady at the net patrolling. And great disguise by Peter Connole, who's in opposite fashion to Jeff, is now the setter. Well, I'm here year four for Motherlode, and all 4 years Jeff has had to play the role of good setter than hitter. But we kind of knew that with Peter as a partner, he'd get a large volume of serve receive. Oh, and Jeff waffles one with a big smile on his face. You knew that was an opportunity just missed. I thought we were going to see something gnarly on that one. Sorry, just fixing my headset. 5-7. Going back to Samuels. Why not? Samuels steam shovels the dig or the pass. Transition looking for 8. Got it. And off comes the shirt for Samuels. He knows it's time to get busy. Yeah, I looking at the comment section. I am anxious to respond. I'm trying to make a disciplined commitment to read them at the technical time or regular timeout. They go back to Jeff, and that question was already answered. And Jeff, again, more rangy on the left side, just a better passer on the left side. And this was the first game I've seen him hit right in the tournament. He was on previous matches. He played 2 matches yesterday, winners bracket, and he played left side the entire match for both of those. So it was just a very interesting move on their part. It's not like he can't. I'm just thinking, what's more productive, and moving on to the next rounds and recovery period. You want to get in and out. This is 32 teams, so I think they have 2 winners bracket matches to stay in a winners bracket. Very much like Manhattan Beach. Just Samuels, where they go back to Chady. They do. They do, and honestly, I like that serve choice, but I don't like the serve type. At this level, if you serve lollipops, you get licked. Chady to serve. They go back to Jeff Samuels, and Jeff is back on the right. Jeff gets blocked, gets covered. Peter, good night. Peter also showing everybody why he's not getting served. Zero receptions. You see it. Mr. Roper can see it. I do like them splitting block. And again, I'm a chairborne ranger here, right? They're the ones playing. They're the elite athletes. I'm just watching with a wide lens. Echoing the sentiments of the comment section. 10-7's the lead, and Jeff always likes a little bit of drama in his life. Andre Beloff, whoever his partner is, a left-handed guy. His name escapes me, and I've met and talked to him a bunch of times. Really great attitude and undersized hitter, right side hitter, but just a glidey jump. Just hang time. They should charge you money to be in the air that long. And just a stinging cross-court hit by Peter Connole. Again, Peter Connole demonstrating why he does not get served, and we're a couple of points away from the technical timeout. Looking forward to reading these high IQ comments. Carj Diva, Dana Camacho. Seaside, Dana? That ball is just out of bounds. No, that's an ace. Jeff Samuels, and that's what you're looking for. First order of business is to make sure if you're picking someone to serve, you do so competitively. This time they test out Reed. Reed Malone, up and down set. Reed cross court. Oh, just past the dig of Jeff Samuels. And again, Reed had a shaky first start in this tournament in the winners bracket, but has made his own adjustments, and since then has been fantastic. We're one away from the technical timeout. Up and down, Jeff on the cut gets dug, looking to get to 12. Jeff with the dig again. Jeff back set. There's the cover. Back at him. Jeff didn't get the liftoff he wanted, but got the teardrop. Chady, no, not yet. Free ball situation. John, pretty good set by Reed. Chady, line over. Got it. The real Slim Chady doing the darn thing on court one at this Motherlode 2025. All right, let's go to the comments. Tell Jeff he needs to beat those cupcakes. Got it. Highlight for me in 2023, telling Rolo Vincent to stop calling out the blocking signals on a hot mic. I remember that. Randy Stokely is like, yep, looks like he's doing sticks on this one. It's like, can the other team hear him? Coach, move Jeff on the left. Left, gotcha. It is easy money, Shashane. You see it, Mr. Roper can see it. Yeah. Even Mr. Furley can see it. Peter's going to get served. Get Jeff yeah. Get him, move Pete to the right. Dana Camacho. I saw Dana at Seaside. And he was like, they have a Hall of Fame thing. He's like, where's my Hall of Fame? Where's my Hall of Fame? I'm like, Dana, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. There's nobody here, right? Are you sure you want to do your Hall of Fame when no one's watching? Or do you want to do your Hall of Fame when everybody's watching, right? Also, a little bit of a unpopular incident that happened with Dana and some of the players out there, or with one player, but wound up being a bunch of players. But it would feel so empty without him. So we're a technical timeout. All right, and maybe they're seeing the live stream, or maybe some in-game coaching adjustments. Jeff's back to the left side, and I like that. And I know there's an element of stubbornness where, like, if he does what everyone asks, the other team wins. But I don't think that's what it's about. I think it's just about um, energy efficiency. It's a long tournament, and you really want to get in and out with no drama, especially game threes where the best team doesn't necessarily win. But right now, the ones playing the better volleyball, John Chady and Reed Malone, looking fantastic out there. So we got 12-10. Sorry, I must have missed that first point somewhere. Wow, look out. That thing had some mustard on it. Now Jeff back on the right side. The voice of reason last night, huh? Yeah. Cool, man. I'll check it out. I didn't see that on my number. I was chilling last night here. My 8-year-old's here with me with wife, so they're doing a lot of activities away from the court, and we ended up playing charades, which is great for adults, but like frustrating for an 8-year-old. So that's what we were doing last night. My phone was turned off, but I'll check it out. Yeah, I'd love that. Karch, yeah, we got love to have you on next week. This week we're doing military stories. So anyone that's playing volleyball that's served in the military, we're doing military stories. And they're going to be 10-minute segments divided into like a, hour and a half podcast. And wow, there's a great read by Jeff, but unfortunately, and I'll double check the score again. It's 13-12, sorry. Yeah, we're going to do military stories. And we got some pretty good ex-military guys. We have a guy who's in the Marine Corps here, James Barker, my guy from Texas. Up and down set. There's Jeff with the balance and high percentage swing. Now we're even at 13s. Jeff usually likes to slow down the game of the pace of the game, but I mean, they're obviously playing fast. It happened so fast. I didn't even see where they tied it. I mean, it was 12-9 technical. Pretty good set and read. Oh man, there's a nice little hook by Jeff and free ball situation. And I love the disguise and I love the patience and wait by the one guy I am not talking about enough. Reed Malone. Remember the name. Maybe the real Slim Chady is real Malone on that team, or one away from the switch. Jeff and Jesus to win the game. Connole back to his right side position. Jeff with the up and down set, and oh, the double block. No. 15-13 is the switch, and yeah, Karch, you're predicting that's going to go to a game three. I am calling this match. I do not pick winners on matches that I call, but I certainly would not be surprised to see if there is a game three. That ball left balloons out of bounds, and we're back to business. All right, guys. Man, love my comments section. Love my iron. I got iron and I got Karch Jiba. Back to John, and John goes cross court, and now his confidence gets bigger and bigger with every swing that produces a kill. Malone back to serve. Tight first set, but momentum, we're kind of like it's taking a dynamic shift, we got to admit, right? And it started at the end of game one, as I'll talk about it after this serve. Going to Jeff. That pass got shot. Nice recovery, and there's a dig. Looking for 17. Got it. And they're looking at the referee. Body language, there's kind of a hands on their hips thing going. And someone has a clue what the heck just happened, but whatever happened, it was supposed to be 17, and now it's 15-16. And I'm very, very interested to see what happens the next play, because usually when you have controversial stuff like this, follows with another point. Let's see if they rebound quickly. Short serve back to John. John on the right side set gets the swing. There's a dig. Looking to tie the game. Peter. Oh, got it. Man, and everybody following this game, sometimes when there's a controversial play, do you recover that next play? You know, do you get that point and say the serve never lies? I mean, or do you just call timeout? The net result is the same. chip shot for Connole, and 16 apiece. Back to John. Wow, there's a swing. That one had a little bit of um, umph. I wouldn't say anger, but frustration. But you almost knew something was wrong the way they both looked at the referee and kind of had their hands on their hips. He tried that tail of crab quick approach. He probably did. Jeff with the pass. Looking to tie the game. Jeff gets, wow, just off the outstretched hands and right into my living room. $17 apiece. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, got to fix that. Whoops. Okay. 18-17. Chady and Malone. Malone to serve. Peter Connole, wow. That's a very good read. Free ball situation. Mm, Not the best pass in the world. Jeff with the self cover and, yeah, a little bit messy. A little bit careless on that free ball situation where at this level should have been academic. And now they find themselves trailing by two. Yeah, Coach G, I am doing my own production, commentating, scorekeeping, green screening. Like I make no secrets on my setup. So the scoreboard you see right now, I'm using Score Cam, but I'm using regular camcorders. So I'm green screening using an app called Green Screen. So I open up the app. I take the scoreboard score cam and just put it on top of the green screen. That's what's happening right now. But the trick is keeping the green screen awake. So I'm changing the settings to keep it awake longer. As it a question, why don't I just use the score cam for the game? Because I'm switching different games. See, center court, this court, center court. So I'm able to use the same scoreboard for multiple cameras. So an experimental thing, and if it works, and if it works, and if it's too much for one person to do, I'm not going to do it. Manhattan Beach Open was an example of just using one camera, and that was the score cam. And anyone want to see a really good match, if you're bored tonight, I strongly encourage you to see Rowdy Lennon and Logan Mister. Were in the Manhattan Beach, and they played Troy Field and Theo Brunner. Fantastic match. I won't tell you the winner if you don't know, but Rowdy Lennon has been absolutely balling out. Santa Cruz kid, the assistant coach at Santa Cruz as well, behind Jacob Landell. 1917, back from the timeout. Samuels, good pass. Up and down set. Jeff has to jump in for this one, gets dug. Ooh, and he's not. No, that's a great call. That's a great non call, and Jeff is really vying for that one, but he's not going to get it. That's a clean shot, and under the rules of volleyball, it's called a follow through, which is legal. So says my volleyball rules and pictures. How's that for a new book purchase? Volleyball rules and pictures. Comment section. Was that guy over? What do you see? Coach Jiba in the house. People in the comment section. Very interactive podcast broadcast. So leave in the comments. Was that a reach over? I thought it was clean. And tell me we're all watching the same camera. So you tell me what you saw. Set point opportunity number one for the underdogs, and Jeff had a little bit of anger on that. Shot the sheriff on that swing. Wow. Jeff Samuels, for someone that lives a very simple life, really embraces this high drama. Loves third sets for some reason. There's the dig looking for 19. He's got a cover. Got it. Don't need to cover with that elevation. And I wonder if, no, they're going to go with it. They do have a timeout to use, but they're going to rock with it. I mean, I'm a chairborne ranger here, but I would have called a timeout, 1920. If you got it, use it. And that ball left balloons out of bounds, and now we have high drama on court one. Oh, man. Needs two reels. One more. Yeah, you're right. It's 2020, guys. And a very fast serve by Jeff. Very quick serve. Jeff escorts that ball, which goes out of bounds. And what was deep trouble for the one seed is now devolved for the other team and evolved to match point opportunity number one. Our scoreboard guys got it wrong, but they go back to John. Chady with a good set. Chady goes middle, gets Doug. Connole for match point. Peter, teardrop, Doug. Reed, not yet. For the match. Line over, another good dig. Reed Malone, tight set. Jeff closes up shop. Would you look at that? Man, what an opportunity just eclipsed in the blink of an eye, courtesy of the number one seeds. Winners 2-0. This time 22-20. I didn't even get the score right. There we are. Bam, that's better. What a great match, and I knew it would be. But guys, stay tuned. We got another good one. We got John Mesko on court one going against Andre Beloff. You're going to love that. I got to sign out because I got to get moving as fast as I can. The one-man show. NY Varsity, Motherlode 2025. Jason DeBeas. See you in a bit, boys. Ah.